Everybody and their mother loves Street Fighter II. It started the fighting game boom of the 1990s and inspired the likes of games like Mortal Kombat. Without Street Fighter II, the fighting game genre would not be where it is today. But what about the first game? Most people don't really talk about the first Street Fighter game. It's kind of a forgotten game. It came out 4 years earlier in 1987, when most gamers were playing Super Mario Bros. On their Nintendo Entertainment Systems. This first game, Street Fighter, was released in the arcades and originally had two big buttons that you would hit, and how hard you hit the button determined how hard the character's punch or kick would be. This led to a lot of the Street Fighter arcade machines getting damaged, and Capcom switching to the iconic 6-button layout that we all know today that would go on to be used in games like Street Fighter II. Street Fighter has two playable characters, Ryu if you're the first player, and Ken if you're the second player. Most people would be introduced to these characters in the subsequent game, Street Fighter II. Another character from Street Fighter II that is in this game is the final boss, Sagat, who would go on to be the sub-boss in Street Fighter II. Other Street Fighter characters that are introduced in this game are Birdie, Adon, Gen, and Eagle. Characters like Retsu, Geki, Joe, and Lee wouldn't really be featured in Street Fighter games at all after this game. And then there's another character named Mike, who is a boxer from America and is based off of Mike Tyson. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Isn't Balrog also based on Mike Tyson? So is this an early version of Balrog? Well, according to Capcom, these are two separate characters. And of course, as most of us know, Balrog in Japan is actually M. Bison, as a play on the name Mike Tyson. With only 10 fighters to fight in this game can be beaten pretty quickly in around 20 minutes. So it's a good game. I like games like this that can be beat in around 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes if you're taking your time. You know, that's about the time of a TV show. Just get in and get out. Try to speed run the game. Try to beat it to the best of your abilities. I like these kinds of games. I found the game to be fairly easy. I've heard many people complain about this game being somewhat janky, and I'd say it's definitely not as smooth as games like Street Fighter II. But it's cool to go back to the very first game. This is where it all started. We wouldn't have a Street Fighter 2 if it wasn't for Street Fighter 1. You gotta know who your daddy is. I'm playing this on the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection on the Xbox One. And I highly recommend this collection because not only does this have Street Fighter, the first game, Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 1987, we'll call it. It also has the sequel, Street Fighter 2, and every subsequent version of Street Fighter 2, as well as Street Fighter Alpha 1, 2, and 3. It has every version of Street Fighter 3 as well. So this is a very cool collection that I highly recommend picking up. Some people complain about the netcode for the online multiplayer, and while that might not be perfect, this is still a great way. This is a good collection of games. I recommend picking this up if you can find it at a good price. I have to say the Xbox controller isn't really that great for fighting games, but it gets the job done. That's my review of Street Fighter 1. It's a pretty goofy little game. I'd say you should probably check it out if you're a fan of the Street Fighter series, but you probably won't be replaying it too much. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more retro arcade game reviews, more fighting game reviews. Thank you for watching.